I know I'm crying. I should be laughing right now. He would always show up to sing song in some kind of just weird outfit. I mean, whether it was his mullet wig that he wore to grub all the time, or elf ears, or his emo wig, his old black wig, or just in general just being weird, because that's what Aaron was. But we loved him for that. And he'd show up to like the social as a white truck, or a white trash trucker. That was one of our favorite memories of club for me, was that and sing song. And you could always hear his voice at sing song. You'd hear him sing over everybody else. He sang tenor, high tenor. I don't know if that's one or two. But you'd always hear his voice, and he could hold the highest note out of all of them for the longest time. And we'd just start cracking up because his voice was just so beautiful. It sounded like a lady. But it was Aaron. You'd look over and you'd see Aaron just blood red face, and it was just hilarious. But
4 years ago, Andrew, Lee, Josh Castle, Aaron, and I were together for Welcome Week and U100 as music majors. And we quickly found out that the four of us really, really loved to sing. And we wanted to audition for Freshman Follies. Josh had this arrangement of Just a Little Talk with Jesus that's very unique, very fun, very jazzy. And it was arranged by a man that he knew in Kansas named Rodney Bell. And we quickly threw this piece together, auditioned for it, and we just had way too much fun practicing this song with Aaron. And we sang it many times around campus. People loved it, and the audiences at Freshman Follies went crazy for this song, and Aaron was one of the reasons. His energy and his input in the song was incredible. As you'll hear in a moment, this was a perfect debut for his personality and for his singing here at ACU.
Oh, well, I once was lost in sin, but then Jesus took me in. And then a little light from heaven filled my soul. Oh, well, it bathed my heart in love, and in it wrote my name above. I'm saying just a little talk with Jesus makes it right. Oh yes, it makes it right. Now let us have a little talk with Jesus. Let us tell him all about our troubles. He will hear our faintest cry. He'll answer by and by. Now when you feel a little prayerful yearning, just as your heart unto heaven is turning, you'll find a talk with Jesus makes it right. Makes it right. Well, I may have doubts and fears, and in my eyes will be filled with tears, but then my Jesus, who watches over day and night, he watches day and night. Well, I go to him in prayer, because he knows my every care. Oh yes, I'll talk just a little while with Jesus. It makes it right. I know it makes it right. Now let us have a little talk, 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 have a little talk. Now let us have a talk with Jesus. Let us tell him all about our struggles. He will hear our faintest cry, and he will then answer by and by. Now when you feel a little prayerful yearning as your heart is turning, when you feel a little prayerful yearning as your heart is turning, have a little talk with Jesus. Makes it. Have a little talk. It sing it right.
After Freshman Volleys, we sang with different guys off and on for different events over the years, most recently at Andrew's wedding in December. And every time we met, he kept things lively with his relentless comedy and sound effects. And one time, my former roommate, Mitch Halstead, who's also a club brother with Aaron, turned to me and just said, "Evan, he's just so loud." When we recorded practices, sometimes the outtakes were just so funny that we put some of them on a CD, and those are very fun to listen to. I think there are a lot of us in this room that really treasure the moments that we were singing with Aaron and worshiping with Aaron. One of the most important ones to me was on our spring break campaign in 2005. We went to Washington, D.C. There were 16 of us on that trip that grew very, very close. A lot of our lives were changed because of that trip. And I'll never forget the night that we went to the monuments in Washington, D.C., sat on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, sang and had a devotional. It was just a very powerful night and a night of bonding, and I'll never forget being with Aaron on a night like that. Even with Aaron's craziness, I know, especially from what Drew was telling me the other night, that he still had some of the most genuine talks with Jesus. And he was also a person that was looking for spiritual and close personal conversations with people all the time.
Lakini hakuweza kupata hiyo nafasi.
I'd like to start out with a story that happened this morning.
Ningependa kuanza na hadithi ya asubuhi ya leo.
As I was eating breakfast,
Na pale nilipokuwa nikinywa chai asubuhi,
it takes me a while to wake up.
na inanichukua muda kuamka.
So I like things quiet.
Na napenda vitu vya utaratibu.
So I had my toast and my coffee.
Ma nikawa na chai yangu ile ya mkahawa na keki.
And it was very peaceful.
Na ilikuwa kwa amani.
But all of a sudden a man ran around the corner.
Na mtu akatoka mahali fulani kwenye kona.
Scaring me to death.
Akanishtua sana.
He said to me,
Akaniambia,
"You're never going to believe what just happened.
wewe hautaamini kile ambacho kinatokea.
I saw an elephant
Nimeona yani tembo.
sit on a dollar."
Nikamwona amekaa ndani ya daladala.
Of course, I didn't believe him.
Mimi sikumwamini hata kidogo.
But why wouldn't I believe him?
Kwa nini nisingeweza kumwamini?
Because I
Kwa sababu mimi,
didn't see it happen.
kwa sababu sikuona kile kikitokea.
This is a major problem with Christians today.
Na hii ndiyo tatizo kubwa na Wakristo siku ya leo.
And it has been
Na imekuwepo
since the first century church was.
katika kanisa la kwanza la karne ya kwanza kanisa.
Not only does this living by sight weaken us,
Ya kwamba si kwamba watu wanaishi